Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearance of the Week. This is Wednesday, December 18th, 2024. We'll be giving you all the first appearance in your comic shops today. And this week we've got a pretty good video for you guys. I think we have 5 first appearances, 4 honorable mentions, so 9 titles in all to go through. There's definitely some books in there you guys should pick up for your collection. So let's go ahead and get started for the first appearance of the week ending December 20th, 2024. First up from DC Comics, New Gods number 1. This features the first appearance of a new god as a child who is referred to as the last Avatar. This also features the first appearance of Olivia Free, the infant child of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. Now, like we always mention with the DC Comics, really depends on what DC has planned for these characters are introduced in the comics, as how important these characters are going to be in the future, and how important these particular issues are going to be. You know, DC doesn't have a great track record of bringing a lot of these characters from the modern comics to the screen, getting a lot more eyes on them, getting a lot more attention, and getting fans and collectors to really resonate with these characters and want to hang on to these books long term. Both the first appearances in this particular issue are children. We really don't know what DC has planned for these characters, so this one here is definitely going to be speculative if you choose to pick it up. It may be worth doing so for the cover price. You know, for $3 or $4, if this does go big, you're sitting on a winner here for a couple dollars. If it goes nowhere, you're out a few bucks. Sometimes the risk is worth the reward on these to pick them up at the cover price, but like I said, it is going to be speculative. Pick this up for a spec if you can. If you can't, put it in your B-list and take a look at it later on. Next up from Marvel Comics, Conquest 2099 number 5. This features the first appearance of Madam Web 2099. Now, like we always mention with this particular title series, this series features alternate versions of existing characters. This one here features the first appearance of Madam Web 2099. There already is a Madam Web that's been introduced in the comics. This here is the 2099 version. This is an alternate reality version. We really don't know how popular or important this particular version of Madam Web is going to be in the future. Now, some of these alternate reality or alternate universe versions of characters will be popular with fans and collectors, but not all of them. So this one here, once again, will be speculative if you choose to pick it up. Like I said, not all these alternate reality versions of characters will be popular or important. So grab this here for a spec if you can. If you can't, put it in your B-list and take a look at it later on. Next up from Marvel Comics, Psylock number 2. This features a possible first cameo appearance of the Taxonomist, mentioned in issue number 3 as a dangerous new villain tracking Psylock. Now, since this here is a possible first appearance, you definitely want to get confirmation before you choose to pick this one up. We don't have confirmation yet. This book just comes out today. And also, this is a possible first cameo appearance and not the first full appearance. So you definitely first want to get confirmation that this is the first appearance of this character, whether cameo or full. And if it's not, this is one you could definitely skip on. But if it is, you know, once again, cameo appearances are not necessarily as important as first full appearances. So you may want to hold out for the first full appearance of Taxonomist. But if you do want the first cameo appearance, this one here for $3 or $4 might be worth picking up. Now, first cameo appearances are popular in the future and do trade at a premium if the character is well received and revered among fans and collectors. If this particular character, Taxonomist, doesn't really go anywhere, then the first cameo appearance is definitely not going to be all that important. So this one here will definitely be speculative if you choose to pick it up. Like I said, definitely get confirmation that this is the first cameo appearance if you are going to grab this one here. Might be worth picking up for the cover price, but like I said, definitely speculative. Grab it for a spec if you can. If you can't, put it in your B-list and take a look at it later on. Next up from Marvel Comics, TVA number 1. This features the first appearance of Hunter B-15 in a comic book. This also features the first appearance of a Gambit variant, the first appearance of Sir Seconds, and the first appearance of Doc Clock. This one here is one we do think you should pick up for your collection. Like I said before, you know, with Marvel Comics, typically worth picking up the first appearance of new characters in these Marvel titles. If these new characters hit the screen, whether small screen or big screen, collectors are definitely going to race back, try to find these first appearances in the comic books. This one here does have 4 first appearances, and this here is the premiere issue of a brand new title series. So this one here does have a lot going for it for the future. So this is one we do think you should pick up for your collection. Go ahead and grab this one. And finally from Image Comics, G.I. Joe number 2. This features the first team appearance of the Valkyries, an elite Cobra Strike team comprised of females. Now, this new G.I. Joe title series from Image Comics, hugely popular with fans and collectors, and this here issue does feature this first new team appearance of the Valkyries, so this one here may be worth picking up for your collection. Like I said, this title series is popular, fans and collectors are definitely enjoying this, and the fact this here does feature this first appearance of this female Cobra Strike team, this one here may be worth grabbing for your collection. In our opinion, this is one you should probably pick up, you know, for the cover price, $3 or $4, could be sitting on a huge winner here. So go ahead and grab this one here for your collection. And now for the honorable mentions. From DC Comics, Absolute Batman number 3. This features the origin of Absolute Batman. This also introduces Absolute Selena Kyle. Now, Definitely don't have to tell you guys about the Absolute title series from DC Comics, hugely popular with fans and collectors. Absolute Batman #1, I think, is on the 4th or 5th printing already. Issue #2, I think, is on the 2nd or 3rd printing. And this here is issue #3. This is the first print. This is one you definitely want to pick up at the cover price. You know, even if this issue isn't going to make you rich in the future, you're probably never going to be able to get this at the cover price again. One you definitely want to have in your collection. Definitely grab this one. Next up from Image Comics, Freddy the Fix. This is a Garth Ennis one-shot about Hollywood after dark. Werewolves, vampires, zombies, aliens, boogeymen, and predators, who all have their kinks, get in trouble and need help from Freddy the Fixer. Now this one here sounds like it has great option potential for a small screen, big screen project, and you know, Image Comics has had a lot of their titles picked up in option in the past. In our opinion, this sounds like a great spec bet. Like I said, sounds like it translates easily to the screen. Grab this in here for a spec if you can. If you can't, put in your B-list, but definitely keep an eye on this one. Next up from Image Comics, Horizon Experiment, Mother Effin' Monsters #1. A nerdy black kid from Brooklyn and his friends stumble upon demon-worshipping frat boys trying to take over the world. This here is part of the Horizon Experiment series of titles from Image Comics, and these have been highly popular with fans and collectors. Now this one here we think is going to have a low print run. A lot of retailers aren't going to carry this particular title, so it's definitely going to be under-collected when it first comes out. Now those three things are catalysts for a price movement in the future. If this gets picked up for a small screen, big screen project, this one here can go huge. But this one here is definitely going to be speculative if you choose to pick it up, because you are specking on this getting picked up an option, hitting the screen, getting collectors and fans to race back and find this particular issue. So great spec bet in our opinion. Grab it for a spec if you can. If you can't, put in your B-list and take a look at it later on. And finally from Boom Comics, Something is Killing the Children Deluxe #1. This is a collected edition of Something is Killing the Children #1 and 0. If you guys aren't familiar, #0 just came out recently, and that's the origin story of Erica Slaughter. Now, we put this one on the list because Something is Killing the Children, that is a hugely popular title series with fans and collectors. It's already been optioned for the screen, so it has a huge driver behind it already. And this here does collect issues 1 and 0, so this one here will probably be popular with fans and collectors. You know, since issue #1's already been out, and that's the one collectors really want, came out a few years ago, and issue #0 just came out recently. You know, we really don't know how popular this deluxe version is going to be, but you know, for the cover price, probably worth picking this up. So grab this for a spec if you can. If you can't, put in your B-list and take a look at it later on. So there you have the 9 titles that we have for you guys this week. There's definitely some books in there you guys should pick up for your collection. So please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.